let me come on in.
Yes.
Greetings, greetings, greetings. Back to nature, organic family, back to nature Africa, back to nature organic farms. Welcome to another wonderful, beautiful episode that we're bringing us here. We are not at the farm today, but as you can see by the surroundings, we are in paradise, which is nature. And with that, we are joined by a wonderful, wonderful guest and gentleman here today. We're going to be talking about a very, very important subject matter as we go into this journey and into this adventure for our Back to Nature experience. So I'd like to say, everyone there in YouTube land, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Because when you do that, you engage with us, it gets a chance to get this message out to a wider audience and have a chance for more people to get sensitized towards this message of coming back to nature. So, without any further ado, I want to introduce the gentleman that we're here standing with today. And by the way, it's such a wonderful setting. I try to put the camera back a little bit so you can see sort of the floor set up, and we have a table set up here today. But without any further ado, I would like to introduce a gentleman who I've known about actually for some time now, but it's only now I'm having a chance to meet him. I've known about their organization, which, by the way, I think Marianne, Mary's, a few others that are out there probably didn't even know I was coming here to make this video, so I'm sure you guys will be happy to see that we're here at with your organization and one of your team members. So we're here with none other than Mr. Martin. So Mr. Martin, come closer to the camera, please, and if you don't mind having a chance to speak up so that the microphone can capture you. So Mr. Martin, from Tika, as a matter of fact, and I love someone who comes dressed ready for work, ready for nature, in green. If you don't mind introducing yourself briefly to the Back to Nature family, and we'll have a wonderful discussion moving forward as we talk about this area, the section that we're in.
Okay. Thank you very much. My names are Mr. Martin Odhiambo, herbal practitioner and also plant medicine facilitator. I work with an organization called Trust for Indigenous Culture and Health, that is TICA in short.
Trust for Indigenous Culture and Health.
Yes.
And I love that title you said. You are your title?
Plant medicine coordinator.
A plant medicine coordinator facilitator.
Yes.
I love that. All right, proceed, please.
Yes. So I'm based at the National Museum here at the garden. You see our lovely garden here. I do call it pharmacy with the letter F, not letter P, because it has all the resources we need for our health. I deal with plants. I interact most with the plants. I see how they behave. Like now, when you look at the leaves, they are calm. They are waiting to see who is coming next near me and what he knows about me. So I understand the plants, and I take you through the plants, how they are useful, what they mean when they do this, when they do that. And also parts of them I use as a medicine.
As medicine. Wow. Yes. So let me hear, you said something very important.
Yes.
You said that plants can have a sense of who's coming around them.
Yes.
What maybe even energy their person might have. So plants, in a sense, have a consciousness to them. It might be different from a human consciousness, but plants are alive. They are living, they have energy, and they are here, in a sense, to serve, to help, and to help, in a sense, humans heal and to realize our fullest potential.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, for example, when I talk about, for example, we have different plants. One of them, some have thorns. You don't know why they have thorns. It is because there is something hidden in them. Like the plant here, we have Todalia Asiatica. Todalia Asiatica has thorns, and you don't know why it has thorns. It's because it keeps away the enemies, that is you, for touching it because it has something very important. When you go to the gardens, we have the blackjack. The blackjack are very common everywhere in the garden. When you go there with your clean cloth, when it the seeds touches you,
Yes.
you start quarreling. These things are dirtifying my cloth. You don't know why it is touching you. You are neglecting that, and that one has something in you. For example, the blackjack, that is the Biden spilosa.
Yes.
It is a weed, a common weed and very stubborn weed.
Yes.
And you don't know why it is very stubborn.
Yes.
It approaches near you, even at the doorstep, you find it growing. You uproot it, you throw it away. Or the other side, you have problems with the bones.
Yes.
You have stomach aches.
Yes.
You have
Now, Mr. Martin,
infections.
I know you're super passionate about this,
Yes.
and we're going to have an opportunity to walk around his wonderful botanical, herbal, medicinal garden. But right before we do that, Mr. Martin, I am going to ask for you to give us an assessment of why is it that we as humans, one of the things that we have here at philosophy we have here at Back to Nature is we believe, Mr. Martin, that the closer we are to nature, the more whole, happy, at peace, at ease we are. The further we get away from nature, we get into a state of dis-ease, which is the root word of disease, when we get into fake living, fake food, fake lifestyles, fake news, etc. And so in that, we are big advocates for coming back to nature and coming not to necessarily go and live, like they lived 100 or 500 years ago, but rather how to incorporate into our daily modern living a more natural, holistic lifestyle approach towards maintaining, if we're healthy, how do we maintain our health, or how to regain it if we've lost it. So Mr. Martin, I wanted you to just give those that are watching an assessment of the awakening that people, especially with this COVID and Corona that's come around, I think that has really awakened people to maybe look at not only just conventional approach of taking the immune shots and things along those lines, but how to complement and how to supplement the conventional approach with a natural, herbal, nature approach in that regards. And so please, if you don't mind speaking on that a little bit, and then we're going to talk about what we're doing here today. We're going to have a chance to walk around the garden kidogo, and even your approach of saying starting from the head and working through the body. So that's what we'll be addressing in this episode. But please start from the bigger picture here, the nature, our herbal approach in balance with the conventional approach, etc.
Okay, thank you very much. Everything has advantage and disadvantage. For example, conventional medicine has disadvantage and also advantage whereby it can be found easily and well prescribed, compared to the natural medicine whereby there is no exact prescription on a natural medicine. But it doesn't affect you even if you use it for a long time, compared to the conventional medicine whereby when you use them for a long time, there must be side effects. With the natural medicine, no side effects, so long as you follow the correct instructions as per the personnel or the instructor as instructed you. For example, you see, we eat sukuma wiki, and sukuma wiki, nobody has told you that I tasted sukuma wiki, and sukuma wiki is good for your health. You are just born, you started eating sukuma wiki without asking a lot of questions. But now, many people are asking, is this plant been tested? When I give an example of a minor animal, for example, a dog. When a dog has some stomach rumbling, who tells it to go and take the certain grass, that is the star grass? Who told him go and pick that grass, it will heal your stomach rumbling? Likewise to us human beings,
Yes.
we call them the upright man. We have lots of questions that I say that is the ignorance we have in us. Something that can help us,
Yes.
we ask more questions about it,
Yes.
not knowing why is it like this, like that. There's a creator who created these plants,
Absolutely.
and now the creator gave us the power and the authority over those plants that we use them as food and also as medicine to heal us.
Absolutely.
Now we have neglected what our Creator told us in the Bible. That is the beginning. Now we are following our own ways. So as per garden here at Atika, we do facilitate people to know more on the plant medicine, whereby they can help themselves within their homes, within their environments, without inquiring knowledge from other people or the medicine that has been used to make another herb. That is the conventional medicine.
Yes.
You know, the conventional medicine, the introduction, the foundation is from the natural medicine.
Natural medicine. So you want to go back to nature.
Yeah, so we are
directly
back
to the source.
Yes, that's the source. And the source has everything compared to the one that has gone far, then comes back on a plane, then we use it.
In a pill or capsule.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you see, you know, when we're talking about this subject matter, I'm in a blissful moment because, you know, we love nature here. You know, anytime that subject matter and topic of coming back to nature comes up, it's something that we revel in, and we're so pleased. So what we're going to have a chance to do, by the way, he mentioned we're right here in the middle of the CBD. Well, let me not say the CBD, but relative to the central area of Nairobi, where there's a wonderful, beautiful gem amongst the skyscrapers and the big roads and the thousands of cars. There's this place called the National Museum of Kenya. And at the National Museum of Kenya, they had, now, by the way, have a herbarium. They have, it's a wealth of greatness that they have here, and one of those is this particular labyrinth that they've built, and in that this is a botanical garden with these medicinal plants. So we'll have a chance to walk around with Mr. Martin, and Mr. Martin will share a little bit about how they have set this up, what is sort of placed around here, and in a sense how a person can use this as a resource to be able to grow from. So I just want to thank the National Museum of Kenya, the County of Nairobi, the Kenyan government for making resources like this available, and I hope that more will be able to take, and that's one of the reasons we make videos like this, more will be able to take advantage of what, as you mentioned, the Almighty Creator has blessed and gifted us here. So let me come and grab the camera right here off of the tripod. And what we will go ahead and do, Mr. Martin, is let's go ahead first and share with us what is here on the table, and then we'll go ahead and walk around the particular garden, because today was a special event, and I know that's why you see a sign book here. But you can just let us know what's here on the table, Mr. Martin. Okay,
in the table here, we are trying to display what the products from our organization. Okay. For example, we have a calendar whereby we do produce every year, and this calendar has a lot of teachings. For example, when I go inside, you can see this is a page where we have the dates. Up there, we have art, one of the programs we have at the Tika. Okay. When you go down here, you'll see the medicine part of it. Like here, we have a medicine here, mkwajo, how it is used and what you can use to treat. So every month has a plant medicine with a recipe on how you can help assist yourself at home there. So the calendar is not just a calendar by name, but after the year has ended, still you can keep it as a resource in your walls and also in your library for future use. Excellent. Yes. When I have also a book here known as Using Our Traditions. This is a herbal and nutritional guide in care for Kenyan families. All that is here are the natural medicine. You see our garden is there. How you can use plant medicine. So that's the garden we're currently standing in right now. Yes. So the book has a lot. We have the body maps, whereby our body has a lot of this is the whole the sample of our body. Yes. And we see how we have the head conditions. Yes. The respiratory. Yes. The general body conditions. We have the digestive, that is in the stomach. Yes. We have the skin condition and the genitourinary conditions and also skeletal muscular conditions.
So these are ailments
Yes.
that are typically experienced by people, and then what are the natural herbal medicinal remedies
Yes.
that can be able to treat them or naturally,
Yes.
in a sense?
Yeah. So
Okay.
when you go deep in the book,
Yes.
you'll find a page whereby we have plant medicine.
Very
and
nice.
here we've touched most of the plants that are found commonly in every community.
Yes.
And how you can use them to treat common ailments.
Yes.
This book has a lot of that. And when you buy it, it goes at 2,500 shillings.
2,500 shillings or
Yes.
$25.
Yeah.
So let me say this.
Yes.
I'm very impressed with this particular book. If you don't mind showing the cover
Yes.
of it, so that people can see, that's the back. But if you don't mind showing the front cover, and it says here, using our traditions, right? A herbal and nutritional guide for Kenyan families, and let me just say for African families as well, because in there what they've been able to do is take, and there are many communities, ethnicities in Kenya, and each of these communities, whether it's the Kamba, the Luo, the Kalenjin, many others, and each of them have a wealth of knowledge and wisdom of ways that they've been able to historically treat themselves naturally and remedy common ailments. And with that, all this information has been collected, it has been put together, and has been compiled in this particular book that now is readily available for Kenyans or anyone around the world who would be interested in being able to use it as a resource. And so I want to say something great, and I think anyone should be able to find value in it, pick it up. It's worth the 2,500 shillings or $25 that a person may be able to spend on it. Okay, thank you for that, Mr. Barton. Let's now have a chance to take a walk briefly around this wonderful, beautifully built and laid out labyrinth. And the labyrinth is just sort of a circle, and what they've done here is they've not only have a beautiful glass sort of pieces that have been assembled in a collage that make Mother Nature look wonderful, but on top of that, they have in every section of this particular labyrinth, they have the different medicinal plants. And so, Mr. Martin, what I wanted to do briefly,
yes,
if you don't mind us walking, because I do know here in the rear, yes, you have the section of the actual botanical garden, yes, laid out in a numbered section. And so here, and once again, that's the organization Tika, doing such a wonderful work, indigenous and culture, indigenous culture and health. And in that, this particular, and once again, that's the name of the book, Using Our Traditions, Our Plants, Our Health. And in this round section of the labyrinth, you will see there that it's numbered. And in the different numbers has different sections. And the different sections here on the numbers have the different plants. And so, Mr. Martin, please explain to those watching what they're looking at when they look at this particular sign. And let me get behind you here so that I can maybe get you in the picture as you maybe point and talk about what we're looking at here, the sign.
Okay, when you look at the signs, up there is our living traditions, our plants, and our health. The circle there shows what the garden is.
Yes.
And how each area has a plant family name.
Okay.
For example, the bed one, we have the Crassulaceae. All those plants that belong to that family, yes, are planted in that circle one. When you go to circle 2, we have the Compositae and the Vitaceae.
Yes.
So all the plants with the same family fall under one circle, the way you've shown there.
Yes.
At the center, we have a tree of life. Because everything, a tree has the life of each and everything. It's a source of water, source of medicine, yes, and source of clean environment. You also find from the tree.
Tree of life.
The sign of a tree in between.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yes,
okay,
yes,
very good. So now, let's have a chance to briefly walk around.
Yes.
And as we walk around, yes, this labyrinth, maybe point out one or two things that you think will be enlightening, that you are proud of, and something that might be a common ailment, and then also speak on how how it's labeled. So we see things like this label here, or we see things like this label here, and so just talk about how this is set up and how it ends up being a wonderful resource.
Okay, most of the plants we plant here at the garden are the ones that are growing commonly to everywhere. You can't say that I can't find, for example, the Mexican sunflower.
Yes.
It is growing all over the country.
Okay.
When you go to outside the country, you just find the same Mexican sunflower.
Yes.
So that is where we are dwelling on the plants that are growing locally everywhere in every place.
Readily available.
That does not need any cost.
Yes.
To go and look for them. So at the garden here, we've put some labels of the plants to guide the visitors who may visit the garden in absentia, so that they can keep enjoying the nature we have at the National Museum.
Excellent.
Yes.
Do you want to point out one or two labels? And then I want you to go closely and focus in on the label, because it gives the scientific name, and then it gives the names from the different ethnic groups, etc. So is there one in particular you want to point out?
Okay, I have a plant here.
Okay.
This one is called Todalia Asiatica.
Okay.
Todalia Asiatica is a thorny shrub, the
Okay.
way you will see, and is very useful, especially during this season of pandemic, the COVID-19.
Now let me ask you, where's the label for it?
The label Todalia?
Yes. Is it on this side? Because I want you to talk about it, but then I'd want to just sort of point it out. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah, here's the label.
All right, so you can continue to speak about it, especially when you're talking about COVID and Corona.
So the plant itself is very good for all respiratory ailments.
Yes.
For example, when you start with the symptoms of the COVID-19,
yes,
that is having a blocked nosage.
Yes.
The blocked nostril, you can just chew the leaves. You take the leaves, you feel like this.
Wow.
Then you swallow.
Yes.
Inside. That one helps.
Can I have one or two leaves myself, my brother?
Yes.
I cannot help not being able to get one or two leaves.
Yeah.
Back to nature. Okay.
So when you chew the leaves,
yes,
you are going to solve the cases like the sore throat,
okay,
coughs,
yes,
and also blocked nostril.
Okay.
When you take the seeds,
yes,
seeds again you can steam under blanket. That is, you boil them or you put them in hot water in a cup.
Yes.
Then you cover yourself with a blanket.
Beautiful.
So that,
steam.
Yeah, you steam. So that you inhale.
So now,
yes,
one like you've just mentioned, let's come close. I'm focusing in now on the actual label. So if you don't mind pointing out that now, what are they reading? So here is going to have the scientific name.
Okay. So this bed here is the family of Rutaceae. The word Rutaceae is the family where Todalia falls in. And the name is the Todalia Asiatica.
Yes.
When you go to the local language like English, they call it hand of the leopard.
Yes.
Kamba people call it Maluya.
Okay.
Mwikunya or Mururue in Kikuyu.
Okay.
And we also have it Chepindoruet in Kipsigis. Luabare.
Wow. So it goes through all the different ethnic groups and traditions and what names they call the same particular plant. And then I even see here it talks about the disease condition it treats.
Yes.
And so you might want to mention that as well?
So the diseases it treats, for example, here we have the bronchitis and nasal congestion. Also stomach ailments, whereby we apply the roots.
Yes.
Other diseases that it can help are the paralysis. It can help diabetes and also gonorrhea.
Okay.
The parts used are leaves, roots, and fruits.
So, and then it even talks about how to prepare it.
So the preparation, for example, the bronchitis and the nasal congestion.
Yes.
You boil fresh leaves and fruits, then inhale the vapor covered under a blanket for 4 to 7 minutes.
So just what you've talked about.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Then for stomach ailments, you can add 1 tablespoonful of the root powder to a glass of water and boil for 10 minutes. You let it cool, then filter You drink half a glass twice a day for 3 days.
So this is how you have labeled this entire botanical garden, and how what might sometimes be looked at as just bushes or shrubs actually have medicinal values that are very healing.
Okay,
wonderful.
We have another plant here that is very common.
Yes.
It is called the Tithonia diversifolia. Well, many people say it is very bitter, they can't take it through the mouth.
Yes.
But when you have stomach complaints,
yes,
it can help you very much.
Wow.
Apart from that, you can use the same plant to eradicate nematodes, and also as a green manure. We have the label here.
When someone is just learning this, yes, what they can come to do, and by the way, you can come, walk right in here to the museum, walk right here. It's not, you don't have to pay any money. Just come and start to look and read through all these names. For those of you who are coming from Kenyan ethnicities, you might recognize some of the names of what you might call some of these herbs in your own indigenous languages, and you will see what other ethnicities might call them, and you can learn the diseases that it treats in that regards, parts used, the preparation. This is a wonderful resource, Mr. Martin.
Yes, so
Tika, I just want to say this is such a great job, I think, and it's a wealth of knowledge that I think more Kenyans should take advantage of.
Yes.
And more people who are coming, even from outside of Kenya, should be able to take advantage of. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here at the garden is very free.
Yes.
You can come anytime and enjoy the surrounding, enjoy the labels, read the labels. If you can make them into use, well and fine.
Yes.
But also, every Thursday, remember, like today, we
that's what, matter of fact, we just have a few minutes here left on the video. So I wanted you to speak about this initiative that actually made me come out here this morning, what you're doing here for this Thursdays, yes, and what you're planning to make available for those who are coming.
Okay, today is Thursday,
yes,
whereby as a Trust for Indigenous Culture and Health,
yes,
we'll be having plant talks every Thursday, starting from 10 to 1. And every talk will have a topic whereby we are going to mention. For example, today is the beginning. We are going to start with the head problems. And these head problems, we have different parts in the head. For example, we have the eye, we have the ear, nose,
yes,
mouth, and the head as a whole. So there are problems that affect such areas. Like today, we are going to start with the nose. We'll see all the problems that affect our nose, the blockages, the colds, the growths in our noses, etc.
Yes.
We are going to deal with them today, and we're going to see the plants that can be used to control such ailments when they are
beautiful. So you're going to start first with the head,
with the
different components of the head, start working yourself down the body, yes, and what are the natural things like these beautiful leaves that were given me here today that can then be able to help to remedy some of the problems that people are experiencing in every day. And what is that you have in your hand there?
Okay, what I have in my hand here is also one of our products. And this one is called Using Our Traditions, that is a family companion for healthy living. This book shows us how we can prepare natural food for boosting our immunity, yes, and living a good health by using natural food. So
not just herbs that you have medicinal, but even regular foods that we eat every single day. Yes. You guys have a guide on how to be able to make healthy, nutritious meals, yes, that help to boost immunity, etc.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, very good, Mr. Martin. So with this, we have just a few seconds remaining. Let me put the camera back here on the tripod, and then we'll just go ahead and make our final comment. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's come a little closer to the camera. With that, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful, wonderful session. I want to say asante sana. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Martin. Thank you very much, Tika, for the efforts that you've put into this particular initiative, to the National Museum of Kenya, to yourself, for believing in this approach, for sharing this knowledge and sharing this wisdom and caring, bringing it from the heart. And so with that, we at Back to Nature Farms, Back to Nature Africa, want to build a long-term relationship with Tika and individuals like Mr. Martin to continue to bring you wonderful news about how nature can be a remedy for the everyday ailments that we experience. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you, if you like this video, like, comment, share, don't forget to subscribe. And we also say thank you to all of you who continue to follow our journey and our story here at Back to Nature. So I'll give it last to you for any last comments, Mr. Martin. In 30 seconds, what would you like to share with those watching about nature?
Okay, I welcome you to our botanical garden at the National Museum every Thursdays. We share what we know about plants, and everybody knows everything at least of a single plant.